You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, just when I thought I was actually done talking about Joy Taylor and Skip Bayless, Jason Whitlock on his show talked about it. Now, of course, Jason Whitlock was working for Fox Sports at the same time that Joy Taylor and Skip Bayless was there. Now, folks, Jason Whitlock is catching some heat for his comments about Joy Taylor. And I got to be honest, guys, Jason Whitlock calls this show fearless for a reason. He even says that, man, he's not holding back his thoughts on this. He's not. Now, guys, let's just be real, man. I want everybody to be real. When you actually see Joy Taylor on TV, what is the first thing you notice from a physical appearance? I'll give you 2 seconds. Everybody notices her rack. Don't hold back, guys. Let's be real. You notice that. Joy Taylor actually does show it. Just being honest. Now, Jason Whitlock comes out, and we actually got a clip here of Jason Whitlock actually saying why he kept his distance from Joy Taylor. And also, by the way, the executive vice president of Fox Sports, he actually wanted Joy Taylor to do a show with Jason Whitlock. Whitlock wasn't really feeling her like that from a talent standpoint. Think about that. But I do want you guys to watch this clip here. And right here, guys, Jason Whitlock is not holding back his thoughts on this. Let's roll it.
I can remember I'm at Fox Sports at the time, and I ran into some friction because I didn't want a woman on a show that I was doing at Fox Sports. And so this is in 2015-16 at the very beginning. And I can remember they brought Joy Taylor in for a test on the show that I was doing. Yeah, this is at the time when I was going to be initially doing my own show, and Cowherd was doing something else. And just keeping it all the way real, Charlie Dixon wanted her to be involved with my show. And
now, Charlie Dixon is executive vice president who allegedly had a sexual relationship with Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor allegedly started off her career at Fox Sports by riding Charlie Dixon.
So we brought her in for a test, and I didn't think the test went well. And I let everybody know, hey, I don't think this test went well. I don't want, this isn't the direction I wanted to go. I was trying to play nice and trying to meet them halfway in terms of okay, you guys are insisting on a woman being on this show because that's what everybody wants. And I was like, well, you need to bring a grown-ass woman on the show if it's going to be with me. It can't be at this time. This is 10 years ago. Joy Taylor's probably 25, 26 years old. You talking about, I got a lot of discipline, but 25-year-old with them big cans and that peanut butter skin who has nothing to say, at some point I'm going to lose respect. And I'm like, well, the only thing she's got to offer is them big cans and that peanut butter skin.
Wow.
And so if I got to put up with this, I might as well enjoy them big cans. And so I said, no, I don't want to put myself in that position. And so I can remember I brought in Bonnie Bernstein. Bonnie Bernstein's around my age, a few years younger perhaps. But I was like, she's been around the block. She actually has been involved in sports media for a long time. she might have something of substance to offer. And the test we did with Bonnie Bernstein went much better.
In other words, guys, Jason Whitlock is saying that Joy Taylor had no talent. None. You notice the trend here, though, guys, that Charlie Dixon keeps trying to push Joy Taylor onto other people around Fox on their shows. You notice that, right? That is becoming a trend now that we're seeing. That's what people are saying. And by the way, I don't know if it's in this clip or not, but when Whitlock was at Fox Sports, he said that everybody suspected that Charlie Dixon and Joy Taylor were getting it on. That kind of surprised me right there. Whitlock admitted that.
And I was like, if we're going to go, they were adamant, no Bonnie Bernstein. When I look back in retrospect, when I say they, I'm talking about Jamie Horowitz. And I don't know if I heard from Charlie Dixon on this, but I'd certainly heard from Jamie Horowitz. They were adamant, no Bonnie Bernstein. And when I look back in retrospect.
Okay, no Bonnie Bernstein, even though Bonnie Bernstein knew more than Joy Taylor.
I'm not trying to disparage anybody. I'm just keeping it real. This show is called Fearless. I got to tell you the truth so you can understand these things. When I look back in retrospect, they were like, Bonnie Bernstein, she was 20 years ago. You know, we've had our way with Bonnie Bernstein. We want something fresh and new. And so Bonnie Bernstein, a woman that's pushing 45, 50 at that time, no value, no interest. No one's sexually attracted enough to Bonnie Bernstein at that time to give her the job. And so we didn't do that. I kept holding firm. Next thing you know, me and Cowherd are doing the show together, and Jason McIntyre is going to be our sidekick. And that was a better landing for me than doing the show with a woman. I need, put me in a guy environment, guys talking. That's natural. That's what I thought had the most value. Down the road at Fox Sports, Christine Leahy, when Cowherd,
I remember her.
left
She was good.
the show, Christine Leahy wanted to replace Colin Cowherd. I wasn't for that. I considered it because I like Christine Leahy, and what I wanted in that next position, replacing Cowherd, was someone that was in a much more junior position to me than Colin Cowherd. And so, but Christine Leahy had no interest in that and told me flat out she wanted to do a 50-50 show. And I told Christine Leahy, who I liked, but I told her flat out, I was like, Christine, I can't do a 50-50 show with you. You don't know 50% of what I know. You don't know 20% of what I know. You're a child, an attractive one, but you're just a child. And so I can't do a show that's 50-50 with you. There's some things I could teach you in the junior position, but I would consider it, but 50-50, that's insanity. And that's how I ended up moving to Marcellus Wiley.
Okay, so you guys heard that right there. And there's another clip here too, guys. Another clip here too. I don't know if it's is it this clip right here? Yeah, this is where he said that Joy Taylor knew all of this because she'd been sleeping with Charlie Dixon and knew. Okay, it says, when I left Fox, Marcellus Wiley and I were doing record ratings, but Fox had already decided they were done with us. Joy Taylor knew all of this because she had been sleeping with Charlie Dixon and knew all of FS1's plans. So that is Jason Whitlock right there saying that, folks. He's saying that. We'll come back to that clip there in a second. But Whitlock is taking some heat, man. He's taking some heat for those comments right there. And I don't believe it was just, in my opinion anyway, talking about the physical appearance of Joy Taylor. Very, very attractive. But Jason Whitlock also said she didn't really know nothing. She didn't. He was just keeping it real. But look over here and some of the comments here. This person says Whitlock bowing out of a race he wasn't in is peak Whitlock. Another one here says, so after everything that went down yesterday, he goes on air and says this. Bro is sick in the head. Jason Whitlock is a fool. He said he stayed away from Joy Taylor because he knew what he was capable of. That peanut butter skin with that big rack. Nah, this is insane. I just think he's keeping it real. Okay? He, in addition to, the attractiveness, man, I'm thinking Whitlock is saying that it would have been hard for him to concentrate on doing his show because the first thing you see from Joy Taylor is the rack. In addition to, she didn't know enough. And it definitely seems like Fox was just pushing Joy Taylor as a pretty face on TV. Yeah. But Whitlock is not, he's not backing down. He says, someone walk me through what was inappropriate about what I said. I got time for this. Yeah, Whitlock is keeping it real, man. He's just keeping it real. He's not saying that he would sexually harass her. Actually, he said he kept his distance from her when he was at Fox. He was trying to keep it professional. Obviously, some people over there at Fox didn't keep it professional, guys. So let's go ahead and watch this clip right here then. Let's roll it. Here we go.
And it talks about how in February of 2020, or approximately February of 2020. So I'm thinking February or March in this lawsuit, Nusheen claims that she met Joy Taylor out for lunch or dinner, and Joy Taylor was there with Emmanuel Acho. And so this is in February of 2020 or March of 2020. And it rang a bell with me, and this is what I got to be transparent about. It rang a bell with me. I was like, oh, look at this. Joy Taylor's meeting with Emmanuel Acho in February or March of 2020. And later on it says that Nusheen ran into Emmanuel Acho inside the Fox building, and come to find out he's working there. And she says something to Joy Taylor, and Joy Taylor says that, hey, I want Emmanuel Acho to insist that I'm on Speak for Yourself. And so, so this is later in 2020. This has to be, because I would think this has to be right around September of 2020, because I think that's when Emmanuel Acho started working with Marcellus Wiley. And so what that gives you a clue to is like the plans for Emmanuel Acho and Joy Taylor to be doing Speak for Yourself, that started in February or March of 2020. Guess who the host was of Speak for Yourself in February and March of 2020? Me. And this lines up and coincides with, I was given a take it or leave it offer, let's say in April of 2020. And Speak for Yourself with me and Marcellus was the only show on that network that was growing exponentially at that point. We were a rocket ship, growing. And I was looking forward to redoing my contract and getting compensated at a rate that was consistent with the growth of the show. Fox Sports said, no, we will not offer you a pay raise. We'll offer you the same thing. And I had made it clear that would be problematic and I would probably exit. And so they had already hatched plans. They were already interviewing my replacement, Emmanuel Acho, in February or March.
Interesting.
And this is something that I sense because, anybody that knows me knows that I'm a man of my word and I'll stick to my guns. And so when they said, hey, this is a take it or leave it offer, I indicated, well, I'll just leave it. And so they started hatching plans in February or March to replace me. I say all that to say, hear me out. I'm not saying this with animus or jealousy. Oh, Emmanuel Acho replaced you, and that's why Whitlock is saying this, and Joy Taylor. I'm telling you this is how far in advance that they think, because Joy Taylor did not join Speak for Yourself until 2022. So there was another person who they had already put into motion that they were going to move on from. And they had started doing this in February or March of 2020, and that would be Marcellus Wiley. Myself and Marcellus Wiley.
Neither one of them are at Fox Sports anymore. Marcellus Wiley's on YouTube.
We're doing Speak for Yourself at record ratings growth. Nothing else was growing. They put all their promotion into Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, into Colin Cowherd, but we were outpacing them in growth. And actually, Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp had already, at that point, started to decline.
True.
But they had said, we're moving on from Whitlock and Marcellus. Now, here's a take it or leave it deal for Whitlock. If he takes it, we'll continue on. But if he doesn't, we're moving on. And they started hatching those plans. And Joy Taylor, because allegedly she's sleeping with Charlie Dixon, she has all of this insight into what their plans are and who's dead man walking and who isn't dead man walking. And this, again, she's got her hooks into Charlie Dixon. And I'm telling you guys, I like and respect Charlie Dixon. You've seen or heard me defend him on this show. But I'm not naive in terms of how this game is played. And I'm not naive on what the consequences are for someone like me who says, hey, I got a set of values and boundaries that I'm going to stick to. I'm not entering into anyone's at-work sexual Olympics. Therefore, I'm not going to be easy to control.
Yeah, so there you have it, guys. Man, Jason Whitlock laying everything out. Definitely seems like he did not see Joy Taylor as a person of talent. She was just a pretty face. And quite a few people actually saying that too about Joy Taylor. Yeah. Like I said, guys, you see very, very few unattractive women on TV in a major role. Most of the women at the forefront are beautiful women. They may not know much about sports. Just keeping it real, man. And I believe that Jason Whitlock was keeping it real. I don't believe he deserves any of this heat that he's catching. I'm dead serious, man. Now, it's been a while since I've actually seen Joy Taylor on TV. Maybe she's actually improved. I think she's still on there on Speak. They changed it from Speak for Yourself to just Speak. I believe she's still on that show with Acho, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't seen her in a while. So, gonna leave it right there, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.